want to introduce to you today. All right? So please welcome Emma Hanna.
Morning, guys.
Hey, guys.
Good morning.
Morning. Is this working? Yes, this is working wonderfully. So, of course, this wonderful cube is the magical cube of awesomeness. But I want to start off with one question. And this is, first of all, I would like to say, Emma, it is so nice to have you. Questions is, I want to know where you're at. I'm at the front, y'all. You're still at the back. Can you tell me where it's at? For people just like, what are you talking about? I mean, like, her singing on the show was very prominent and everything. So I just want to know, like, if that was something that was always expected or they saw something in you when you were on the show?
Well, actually, I auditioned for Ninja Storm. And in my audition, Doug was getting us to do all sorts of weird stuff. He was like, what's the kind of random talent? And the singing's not that random. Like Katrina Devine, she could do Irish dancing, so she did that. And then I sang Summer of the Rainbow, and then so he kind of kept that in mind when he wrote the next season. Yeah. So actually, when I did my audition for Dino, I sounded worse than this. I was sick, and I couldn't sing, and so I was so nervous. I was like, no, I can't sing, I lost my voice. And he was like, it's okay. And he was kind of trying to tell me in the room, like, it's yours, but I'm going through the process. So that was my, like, that's kind of how it came about. That was a roundabout story, sorry.
That was a wonderful story. Like, roundabout through whatever. And then I guess for the rest of the panel, how did you guys get your roles?
We have names.
No, actually, no. Jeff and Kevin.
Sorry, what's the question again?
How did you get your roles, Dino?
I trained for years in went to Japan. It was something that was just destined to happen. No, I went through the audition process. Just like Emma, I did my first audition and I got called back. And when I was in there with Doug, I actually forgot my lines. And I bombed my audition, but he was like, I love what you did the first time. Just relax, do that again. And he kind of calmed me down and I did it again. And that's history.
Don't you just love his voice sound?
I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah.
It's a little crazy right now.
It's really cool.
For me, actually, it's basically similar to Kevin's. I got a call from my agent. I went to him twice. First one, I hit it out of the park. Second one, I hit it out of the park. And he basically just he kind of gave me a wink, like, kind of like letting me know that I was probably going to be the guy. Which never usually happens, but with Doug Sloan at the helm, it tends to happen a lot.
Because you guys are that awesome. Really, that's what you're trying to say.
No, Doug's
Yeah, there just happened to be no talent that year.
That's got great taste.
Yeah.
All right, so we have questions. Oh, right. So let's go to.
That is
Alright, so I was wondering if you guys were fans of Power Rangers before you acted in it or became fans after that?
I had Green Ranger pajamas.
I wasn't, because Power Rangers is actually banned in New Zealand because they say it's too violent for children. And so I actually auditioned thinking it was a cartoon.
Yeah, I just missed it. I knew it was around, so I did catch. I was at the age where you still flip through channels and be there, and you'd be like, oh, look at this. But that's it. I just kind of missed it. No, and I might have a pair now.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, I have a question about the Visigoth suit. When did you first see it and what was your reaction?
He's actually scarier without the helmet on. I know that sounds horrible, and it's not like Lincoln's face, but it's the makeup under it. Didn't you think that? How the red and the black and the eyes and his mouth, they like drew all this like creepy makeup under the
he started talking.
yeah.
So good.
Got a good arm, girl.
So, first I want to say, you guys were pioneers that were on air when I was born. You guys were born. So, you guys are the reason I like them.
Oh, sweet. Thank you.
Thank you, man. Appreciate that.
I also wanted to ask you, the SPD crossover, what was it like? Were you like out of practice, like doing the Rangers, or did you have to like wait for the episode to come out and practice?
Well, here's what mine will first, because mine's as quick as my seed. It was really short for me, anyways. Very short. For me, guys.
It was fairly short for us too, I think. Yeah, right?
I don't know.
I don't remember.
We were here for a month.
Yeah.
But you worked more. Like, there was 2 episodes.
We always work more than you.
It's true.
Just like on
I was like, you guys flew me out here. I'm literally
On
on
the
set for
show's
5 minutes.
I was on vacation for the first half of the show, traveling the country. I was so jealous.
That was part of my contract.
Because I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, like, there were a couple of, crossover shows that you guys did, and so I remember with the SPD one was called, anybody up there? Wormhole.
History.
And said again? Ah, gotcha, yeah, so, I mean, it was, I remember, I was just like, I need more diamonds. I need more of my diamonds people. Like, when you guys do these crossovers, do you ever feel like, okay, you know what, let me show the new kids how it's done,
No.
No.
Not at all. We're just happy to be back and working and seeing old friends.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Hi, this is a question for Emma. Did you kind of ever regret doing the appearance you did for Overdrive?
Pardon?
Did you kind of regret doing the crossover you did with Overdrive?
No, not at all. It was fun because Sally Madden is one of my good friends. I love her, and so I got to go and hang out with her. And I was living overseas, so I got to go home and see my whole family, and like it was painful. So it was a great experience. Yeah, yeah.
Don't want me to throw, y'all. Don't want me to throw.
This question is going to be for Emma as well. What was it like being the only female ranger? Because the Pink Ranger in the Sentai was unmasked and they never made her. So what was it like being the only female ranger in Dino Thunder?
Initially, it was fine, and then being with these guys all the time, I was like, I need a woman around because it was just like, boys can get really annoying. It was like having 3 older brothers like all the time. But we were telling the story. So Kevin and I were reminiscing about. So it was like Kevin, James, and I were together all the time. Like, it was never a break from these guys. Literally, we get picked up at like 4 or 5 in the morning in the same van. We'd have 18-hour days. And so you become like family. And it got to the point one day we were like tied to a cliff. We were strapped in. We literally strapped to a cliff. And we couldn't get, I think it was James in the middle. James was in the middle. And he was just kind of on one of those like trips where he was like bugging us. And you literally couldn't, normally you'd walk away and be like, I'm in a mood, I'm gonna walk away. But we couldn't, we were strapped to each other for a day. And Kevin got so irritated, he headbutted James. He loves it.
And then you can't do anything because you're still strapped.
You're so stressed, and then you have to like really have to work that out quickly.
What the heck, got me stopped though.
But the other day, Kevin's like, yeah, I remember that was kind of
tell you that.
I can't grab anything with these. Good morning.
Good morning.
My question is, were there any times that you either improvised a stunt or your lines and they kept it in the episode, or was it like a false record all the time?
Actually, I got to improvise a lot.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yes, you did. Your character's pretty loose.
Yeah, I did. I got to have fun. There's a scene where actually me and James are like dancing. I don't know if you guys remember it, but we're like doing the tango. He's teaching me how to put a rose in my mouth and stuff. Like pretty much that whole thing was improvised.
They're very, very first days.
Yeah.
Definitely not stunned.
Oh, no.
Yeah, we will be kicking it. Yeah.
Yeah, no, honestly, I don't think I did. I can't really remember. But I don't think I did really improvise. I don't remember this. These guys are telling me to remember.
I remember it. It made me angry.
Yeah,
And in the, I can't remember who was lying on a bed. That sounds good.
yeah. Apparently, I should put lines in different places.
Written out.
Written out, and my arm. Yeah.
So when you see Jeff in the show with like holding the tray as a waiter, his lines are written out.
That might have happened. I had some interesting things that I used to try. For whatever
That's just
reason.
laziness.
No.
It's not trying anything
See,
interesting.
this is the thing. I was trying to be in the absolute present moment.
He's lying. He's lazy.
I love you guys.
You know what, this band reminds me that, there were a couple of romances on the show.
Yeah.
And,
I had to tell Jeff, look, we got to be professional.
But it was so hard. Does he hear that voice?
So one of the romances, a lot of fans would think that the best potential of all time would be, it was Ethan and Cassidy. Yeah, Ethan and Cassidy. So, for you, it was actually something that happened. You guys went on a date. We don't normally see dates.
Mhm.
And then you were like, nah, we're cool. We broke up. We're good. So talk a little bit about, oh my gosh, what's her name? Katrina?
Yeah.
Katrina, yes. Talk a little bit about her and work with her.
She's amazing. Gorgeous girl, great actress. And I used to beg to write in a kissing scene for me, but Disney wasn't having it.
Yeah. It's funny. I used to beg Doug to write a scene where I got to just touch Emma's shoulder. And that never happened.
But and that was the thing too, is that with Trent and Kira, we're rooting for you guys. We're rooting for you. Okay, wait. I forgot. The Australian slang, rooting means something else.
It means something very different.
Something very different that I learned over this weekend. So we were cheering for you. Yes. So what was something that you wish had happened between Trent and Kira?
Well, I wish I got to touch Kira's shoulder. Thought I'd make it through. No, I don't know.
For you later,
No, I wish, it would have been fun for them to expand our little thing a little bit longer. But I'm still happy. Well,
kind of just died.
yeah, they just kind of ended it.
Yeah, with no explanation.
Yeah. Disney.
I love Disney. Thank you.
It's me again. So this is a question for Kevin. You being a previous Power Ranger fan, what was it like working with Jason Bateman?
It was horrible, man. It was amazing. I actually didn't know he was going to be in the show until I got to the production office the first day. We were going to do a read-through and I saw him. I had a little fan moment. I spazzed out a little bit and I went up to him and I was like, dude, man, you have no idea how crazy this is for me. Like, I had Green Ranger pajamas when I was a kid. And he was like, well, thanks for making me feel old. And that was our first encounter. So I was super excited.
What was it like to have the helmets on?
Oh, it was fantastic.
Claustrophobic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, pardon? Thank you. So, this is the trick, right? What you don't realize, I'm going to give you guys a little insider. What you don't realize is when we're wearing the helmets, in order for us to breathe, we we have one of those little bendy straws. And we just put it in our mouth and we just let it hang out just the bottom. You don't even see it, but if you look really carefully, you'll see the little straws hanging there. I'm telling you, for every season, look for it. True story. Promise.
Speaking of helmets and things, we all love a prop. We all love a little gadget here and there. Now, were any props or anything that you might have acquired after the season ended?
I think I'm the only one that can say no. I'm such a good girl. Yeah, and they would give me anything.
I think I may have borrowed everyone's morpher and forgot to return it.
Yeah.
They're still waiting for them to send me the address. So
They actually gave me the set of morphers for my character. I don't have it for everyone else's. That was really sweet of them. I got some toys. I borrowed my suit. I was supposed to send it back, but everything got messed up because Samantha took over from Disney and then the return address. I sent it back and it actually bounced back. Came to me.
Oh, you're serious?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I'm not that serious. If you can read between the lines, I still have it hanging in my closet, just in case.
Okay, let's see. Anybody else have any questions? Raise your hand. Bill, here we go. I'm sorry.
This question's for Jeff.
Yeah.
Did you like the amount of time your character was evil, or would you prefer you stay evil longer instead of having to get an evil win? Or would you have rather, from the very beginning, been more of an anti-hero like your Sentai counterpart?
Yeah. Well, I would have rather kept him evil and then stick to the more anti-hero kind of deal when he does kind of move good, you know what I mean? Because it was really fun playing the evil character. So I wish they did keep that storyline longer, because I loved how the Sentai footage went with him like bleeding out at the end, and it was really cinematic for me. And it was really hard playing two characters at the same time. When I was evil Trent, or the evil White Ranger and the clone, I used to have to run back and forth, and then they would cut between them. But yeah, so that was, I would rather stay evil the whole way through. To the very end.
And I guess speaking of the more evil side, I know with you, Jeff, working with Lexington Games
Yes.
and Muzzy-God and being his father and all of the, deep, dark-rooted troubles and what have you. So, was there anything that you had wished that would happen between the father and son relationship?
No, actually. I was really content with how everything worked out. I got to work with Lexington a lot, so I was really lucky to have that opportunity, because he's such a strong actor and he's a good man. So I never once thought, like, oh, I wish I could do more. I was really we had a lot of work that we did together. So I was fulfilled as far as I was concerned,
And since Layton's not here, if you want to tell any stories,
Since I actually kind of no stories.
Let's see.
This question is for Jeff.
Yeah.
When you tried out for Dino's Thunder, did you really want to be the White Ranger or the Ranger?
Well, I'm sorry, what was the last little part? The White Ranger or the...
Did you want to be another Ranger?
Oh, no, you know what? I had no idea I was going to be the White Ranger when I got the part. I was just Trent Hernandez, then it became Trent Mercer, or Trent Fernandez, then Trent Fernandez Mercer. I only found out when I was there that I was going to be the White Ranger, but I couldn't do it. I didn't think twice. I really loved the idea of the White Ranger, so I wouldn't have picked any other.
So how do you mention that you guys requested scenes? Was there any scenes that you did not?
Scenes you didn't want to do.
There was I was really sick one time. It was really bad allergies. And I was shooting out in like a river? Stream. It was a stream, but in my eyes it was like a river, And I was trudging through first scene is when I'm getting sick and I'm starting to turn evil, so I run away, right? I think. But like the water was up to my knees, and they're like, watch out for the eels, you know, and it's raining and I have allergies, and I was just like, I really don't want to do this. But it was a lot worse than that, the way I would say it, you know? That was one whole day more than just a scene that I just didn't want to be a part of.
I remember a lot of the fight scenes would take place in wooded areas with poop everywhere. And we always have to run or lay down. Big hills. And we'd always have to they'd be like, okay, who's your run? And you literally have to map out how you're going to avoid all these piles of poop. And sometimes you have to be on the ground or you're laying your head next to a giant mound of poop. Yeah, that wasn't fun at all.
Canadian. New Zealanders are used to it. Just like farm people. I actually initially, after the first table read, I pulled down his side. I was like, can we change my power? I'm really interested in like screaming all the time. And he was like, absolutely not. And I was like, okay. So that's kind of what I asked to be changed. And it didn't work out.
That's funny.
Hi guys. My question is, what was it like doing the thunderstorm team up?
With like Ninja Storm.
Ninja Storm. I love that because I love Sally so much. So it was great. And it was awesome to find another girl around. Except then there were so many more boys as well. So
I thought it was awesome. I thought they were so amazing. They were such amazing actors and actors. So nice. It was, yeah, I had a ball doing that team.
Yeah, nothing but good things to say about that team. That was so fun to do. Met a lot of really cool people that I'm still friends with because of that team.
My question is for all of you. If you could be any other ranger from any season, what would you be?
I want to be Amy Jo Johnson.
I'll be Johnny Washington just because he's so nice.
I would probably totally 100% without a doubt pick Steven Skyler.
Yeah. Do you get mixed up a lot? Like, do people like, oh my gosh, I love you in Samurai?
Dude, we get mixed up by other cast members. When I see them, they're like, oh my god, I'm coming to your show tonight. You're playing, right? And I'm just like, yeah, I am. You know, or when they just introduce me, they're like, oh, this is Steven Skyler. Can you meet him? I'm really rude to them. I'm joking. I'm not rude to them, clearly, but I always think about doing it though, just for fun.
Yeah, just one day.
Just one day, but just, yeah, my sense of humor is awkward sometimes, so I don't know if everyone will get it.
What was your favorite episode that you guys already remember?
What pardon?
What was your favorite episode?
Oh.
My favorite episode was Game On, where I got sucked into the video game, and Bully for Ethan, where I had to deal with the bully. I thought that was a really powerful episode, and I've been told it's helped a lot of people through some tough times. So, yeah, that's exciting.
Oh, jeez. I really liked burning at both ends. It's where I was like, tricking the Rangers. And is anyone recording right now? No? It's when I got to beat up JDF. No, I'm joking. But I really love that episode where I tricked them and I took out those swords.
I actually always like doing the band stuff in the cafe because my real life brother was in my band. And so that was really fun. Yeah.
How did he get that gig?
And now he's awesome. He's a fireman. So he's like he's a real life superhero.
Oh, I saw some hands. I saw some. All right. You want me to throw? Sorry.
Hey,
The episode.
The Eagles need a quarterback.
Alright, no,
You're doing this season.
same.
The episode "Legacy of Power" was the biggest milestone in Power's history of the 500th episode, where it was a montage of the previous you saw the previous Rangers of how they came to be. It started with from the beginning to the previous Rangers. What did you guys think about that episode? How Tommy was captured and you had to go through that and find out about these previous incarnations.
Well, I was traveling around while that was happening, so you guys.
I thought it was pretty cool. I had never really watched any of the Japanese versions before that episode, so after I read the script, I kind of went and checked out a few seasons, and I saw Aberrator, the Japanese version of it. I think that's what it's called. It's really dark and it's really awesome. So,
Let's see. Yeah, talk right into it. Well, yep.
Kevin, I do video gaming and stuff still, and
yeah.
character, was it, and am I know you've done singing. Jeff, do you keep up with like drawing and stuff like Trent did? Just like keep up with artist stuff now?
You guys want the truth, or? You know what? In all honesty, I was really good at coloring in, as opposed to like actual drawing. So I like to color in. So please, I love that.
So, Emily, with the, all the songs, the song that you sang, did you ever help write the song, or was it just?
Not during that show. Actually, Doug wrote most of those songs. He's really talented. He's really good guitarist, so he actually wrote most of the songs for the show. And I'm just saying.
Were there any that you did not, or you were just like, I'm good?
Yeah, but I don't think I should say. I was like listening to it like seriously. Not Doug's. Oh, I'm gonna stop talking.
So everyone here is probably like nerding out right now. But what's the thing you guys are out of?
Curb Your Enthusiasm and Larry David. He's my crush.
TV shows, or we're talking like general and.
Anything you want to out of?
Video games for me, probably.
I love old vintage motorcycles. I lose my mind around them. I build them. So like, if I'm building a motorcycle, I can't focus on it. So like, they have to really stay separated, or I'm totally like distracted.
So if you need to bribe Jeff, just get him any motorcycle parts and say, just add this to your motorcycle. That's what you
No, just get me any motorcycle.
Period. No, motorcycle. Yeah, we got
Parts.
it.
Pardon?
I'm the Yakima sometime. My family owns a motorcycle repair and building shop.
Oh yeah?
Yep.
Yeah, that's okay. No, well, I'm still waiting to figure out how to return this thing back to Disney. So I don't know if it would be right.
Don't bother. They'll just rip it out.
First over here.
My question's for Jeff. Since you were the sixth, or actually the fifth, if you could have your own team of 6 legendary rangers, who would you want to be on your team?
Ooh, that. Well, okay. Well, I'm gonna keep this easy. So I would have to have Kevin and Emma. And then for the sake of this convention, and the fact that they're really all awesome, I would just take the rest of the RPM guys.
All right.
Yeah. Let's keep it confident.
Now, speaking of teams, Rangers and things, now there's one thing that I actually want to ask you guys. Do you remember how to do your morphing sequence?
Yeah.
Do you remember at all how to do it?
It's been so long, I have no idea because there were so many movements.
Yeah, so many movements, and you don't know.
It
It's a
took
thing that
us
happens
so
with
long
me.
to learn that. I don't know, because yours was different, right?
Yes.
Do you remember when they first showed us, and like that stunt team, they were so immaculate and they're perfect and precise, and they showed us, and me and James kept
I-
doing that.
I must have been laughing. the first time. I didn't expect me to do that. Okay.
I was laughing too in the back on spiders. Oh my gosh. There was so much work there.
So we won't put you on the spot today, you know, we'll give you a pass.
Yeah, I know, but you guys can just Google it, right?
Let's see,
This question for Kevin. You said you watched The Ranger. Was there anything about your Japanese counterpart that you would have liked to have done, or?
Yeah, for him to kill him off.
No, I agree, guys. I guess
I actually thought it was cool though. Yeah, I thought it was cool.
This is a question for all of you. Did you guys have any ideas on the helmets, or was it just their idea? Like, maybe any part?
Oh, no, this was just, this was all set in stone from answering this question, right? These were ready before we were ready, I'm sure.
were there any times where something may have been broken or may have had to be replaced because of some unfortunate accidents on the show?
I think so, yeah. I think they had a lot of backup helmets. They would always get dinged and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
You know, fight scenes and yeah, so they would always have to replace suits. Wardrobe would get ripped. You'd always have to have
Suits would get the garages blown out. And all the kegs. There was usually like 20 of them for each color.
I think, didn't we break a few more for this?
Yeah, Marshall.
All right, so we have one final question before we have to wrap up. So let's, okay.
Are you guys going to see the new Power Rangers movie?
Yeah, I'm definitely going to
Yeah.
watch it. For sure.
Yeah.
And of course, everybody's gonna ask, like, are you in it? Are you in it? Are you guys in it?
I'm still waiting for that phone call. But I'm gonna sneak into the movie theater for this one.
Well, I guess I do have to ask that, when you guys, the season, you guys knew that you guys were a one-season deal, it was gonna end, so, the final days on set, like, what were you feeling? What was going through your mind as you were wrapping up?
Me, Kevin, and James ran away one day. I don't know what happened. We had a break, and they were really weird about us walking from where we were shooting to base camp, and I think we wanted fresh air or something, and they were like, you can't walk back. And we were like, why? And they're like, we might roll an ankle. And we're like, we just like dove out of the way of a truck, and like we were worried about us walking, and Kevin and I just looked at each other, we were like, go, and we ran, and yeah, we spent, like, Kevin and I spent hours in the forest. Kevin, he foraged and got, like, a stick.
Walking with a stick.
It's like Gandalf. You weren't working, that's
We were at home hanging out as always.
We set on so many adventures.
Well, I have to say, we thank you so much for. Here's too many Dino things, okay? Dino Thunder, the
Dino
best
Thunder.
season of all time. Am I right?
Thank you guys for coming. Honestly, we're only here because you guys are here and support us, so we really appreciate that. Yeah. So you guys get a round of applause. Thank you guys.
This video is sponsored by the Crazy Kings of Toys. Check them out for all your toy needs and find out why they are so crazy. Find them on eBay, Bricklink, and Facebook. Links are in the description. For more Toxic Pop, visit our website at toxicpop1.wixsite.com/toxicpop. Email us at toxicpop1@gmail.com and check us out on Facebook at facebook.com/toxicpop1 and Instagram at instagram.com/wearetoxicpop. Links are in the description.